When he makes his way from the bench to the scorer's table, you can hear the anticipatory buzz from the crowd. The opposing coach notes the substitution. He's seen the tapes and is already planning a change in his defense. It's because Greg Jones is coming into the game, and Greg Jones means instant offense for the Mountaineers. Greg Jones with a three in the air. Got it! Jones with the move. Oh, Jones.
I just interviewed Sham the other day.
You starting now?
Yeah, if you tune into me, you watching Gully TV, I kind of come on spontaneously like that. While I was interviewing Sham, he made a point of reminding me, my name is associated with street ball. He said, I've played very, very few street ball games and shit. He was like, I was in high school, I was in college, and then I was overseas, in pro and shit like that. He said, when that street ball thing was going on, I played at 55th and shit like that, but I'm not what you would consider be a part of that, and you ain't gonna see a whole bunch of highlights of me up there either, because I didn't play like that. Right. What would you consider yourself to be?
Well, I'm like you said with Sham, I've been considered a street baller by many, but those who know me and the places I played, man, they know I can go both ways. So my street ball, that was for, little downtown, make a couple of dollars, man, just play some ball, had some fun with it. But for me, professional basketball player. Not knocking street ball what he done, because I was in the street ball community.
Right.
But I consider myself as a raw basketball player.
Do you make it a point of having to tell people or remind people that there's a difference?
Not really. It's no really a big thing to me, because, man, there's some good guys in street ball too. Like, for me, I played the street ball games, but I was there really for when shit get thick, though. Like, you might go to a different city and see somebody playing street ball, but you got some guys who can put it in the hole. Yeah. So I was one of those hired hitmen for the street ball game. Man, let's clean this up. The jokes are over now. Right. So I was there for that. Right.
What type of do you got any high profile games that you had to come in and clean it up? You said you played for Source Magazine at a point in time.
Yeah. Man, every record game. See, man, like even when I played with Source or Church Squad, man, I'm flying up limo and back. Right. Man, I'm coming up there to take care of business.
You getting treatment like that?
Yeah, I'm flying up limo and back. Yeah. So now every game I played it, I'm there for to take care of business, to clean up, man.
Right. Your name was mentioned in basically every basketball interview I've done at Gully TV so far.
I appreciate that.
Seriously, by some real heavy dudes. Victor Page, Steve Francis just mentioned you last week, and Sham God mentioned you a few days ago. And of course, Gil, he done gave me the whole history of, DC basketball, man. What did you do to establish such a heavy name to where the nicest niggas hold you up, and then you got the name to go with it, the Wiz?
Man, just working hard, man. Just knowing what I wanted to do when I was young. Just having a platform in my head to say, man, I'm not working. Right. This is what I'm gonna do. So I had a vision when I was young. Man, basketball is what I want to do, and I just kept working hard at it, man. Right. It just really made noise wherever I played. If it's home, if it's at Berry Farms, at my local basketball court around the way, I could take my show on the road. So that's what it really gets heavy. I mean, you take your show on the road, play in a hostile environment where you don't know nobody, and still shut it down. That's where the name really came from.
So would you consider yourself to be an original combo guard?
Man, OG combo guard, man. I could facilitate, dime, man, get freaky with it, and definitely everybody know I can put it in the hole. Right. So yeah, one or two.
What type of performances did you do out here? I've heard a lot about the Urban Coalition. That was like the highest stage. That was a stage at the point in time. What did you do, namely, Yeah, anything specific, any specific incidents that you did down there to establish your name? Because, man, when Steve Francis and guys like when they say a name, they be like, man, Greg Jones, oh man, he got the big crowd. They call you across the big.
Big crowd, yeah.
Is that what it is? The big?
I guess, man. I won't name it. I just do it, man. So, like I said, man, I appreciate everybody who give me the kudos and the big ups about my game, man. It means a lot to me.
So there's different styles of lacrosse, right?
Yeah.
I would think the big would be easier to defend because you open up like this and shit.
Nah, see the key with that, you gotta have 2 or 3 moves behind that though.
Oh, so, you got to lead them up to it's like a combination.
Just because you got it out here don't mean you have to throw it. So you might throw it out here, catch it halfway, drop it back out. It's just different variations to do it. That's why I said a lot of people do the crossover. I think I really, like I said, me and my buddies laugh about it all the time. I really 2K'd it though.
Do you consider, is DC, this has been spoken about before, did y'all create the crossover? Why is y'all name so closely associated with the crossover dribble? Is it because of Dean Barry teaching Allen Iverson, who ended up crossing Michael Jordan? Did that have something to do with it?
I don't know. I think man, it was just at that time of the basketball fraternity in life, man. The crossover it was popular, and there was so many me and my friends who was really doing it on another level. So I wouldn't say we quote unquote created the crossover because basketball been here before us. So I wouldn't just take all the credit and say DC invented the crossover because people in Chicago, people in LA, like crossover was all
Tim
out
Hardaway's from Chicago.
Yeah, crossover all over. It's in the game. So I wouldn't say we created it, but we just took it to a different level.
Was it something that you practiced?
Definitely. I had a lot of stunt dummies, man. OGs around the hood, man. Man, check Shawty, man. If you take the ball from him, give $100. So, man, I had a lot of practice dummies where I could really get that thing on the string like I really wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever get ripped at the Urban Coalition? Like if somebody pick you in a game, a nigga can run off like he just scored a bucket, like yo.
Yeah, now it was some good defenders, but I can't recall getting really ripped a lot in my career though.
Right.
I probably overplay with the ball. Maybe somebody might have got me, but straight give me your cookies now. Nah.
Tell me about this Penny Hardaway incident that I keep hearing about, man. Tell me what happened, man. Is there some truth to it?
Let me tell you what I was told. I think during the course of us kicking it, you told me an incident where you scored 70 points.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks before that.
Oh, okay. See, the way I get it, they like, man, G Wiz put 70 on Penny and shit.
It wasn't against Penny Hardaway. I scored a lot of points that game, but it wasn't 70.
Right.
I just kept a high clip every time I got on the court, but that 70 wasn't against Penny.
Who you put the 70 on?
Oh man, I can't even think back that far, man. It was a couple of heavy hitters from the city though.
Right.
I can't recall the names right now, but it is what it is.
Y'all named the DC basketball player. Y'all named it precedes y'all. I got home. I'm from Pennsylvania. A lot of my homies, my older homies, they went to Cheney University.
Mm-hmm. Bootney Green.
Clarence Bootney Green.
Bad man.
Was he bad, man?
I learned a lot from him by watching. See, like I said, Biz, like you said, during the Urban Coalition time, I was so young, like, they was really, really in their basketball prime.
So he's a little older than you, Bootney Green, okay.
So watching Kurt Smith, Bootney Green, Melvin Milton, John Battle, Sherman Douglas, Charles Smith, watching those guys.
John Battle to play in the league?
John Battle.
Oh, he from DC?
Man.
Play for the
big
Atlanta
buckets,
Hawks,
big
right?
buckets. Watching those guys coming up and still be able to get on the court and play right after my JV game. I'm like 16, 15, 16 playing in the adult league against those guys. So learned a lot from those guys. And like I said, Bootney Green.
So you had it to where you just get done with your game and they say, "Come on, shorty, you want to run?"
Big game, yeah.
You starting?
I don't think I started, but I did it for the culture. I did it for the people.
Right.
So the people wanted me to come to the game, man, just to set the joint off. So I come and set it off as a young guy.
So prior to you becoming who you were, Clarence Green was one of the guys that was filling up the gyms.
Man, easy work. Really easy. I'm talking about score the ball, defend, super hops, man. I learned a lot watching
I
him.
heard a lot about his hops. They said little nigga go up there and punch that thing.
Yeah. So a lot of good guys came through the city, man. And like for me, I always pay homage to the guys who I know did it before me. It's not really all about me, so I really got to pay those guys homage by me watching and playing with those guys a little bit of time when I was younger. By the time I got my prime, I just...
Tell me about the perks of being the shit on a basketball court when you're being recruited to these teams, because, I mean, you didn't just, come on, y'all, we gonna play. I mean, I know you were in demand at some point, to the point you might end up playing with strangers, right? Some guys that you might not have never played with, based on your talent.
Yeah, the perks with that, like I said, man, I had a lot of guys, like street guys who really took care of me, man. So that helped me a lot to stay on the straight and narrow path. So, but man, they call me, man, look, man, we got a money game coming up. Man. Let's go to this court, crash this court, let's do this. So that really elevated my game to be ready for Division I and my professional career overseas, and just let my legacy be what it is today.
What was it like playing? You played in like the last years of the Big East.
Yeah.
Right. What was that like?
Oh, it was great, man. Like I said,
did it still hold the same
weight?
Prestige? Yeah,
of course.
Still the East?
Yeah, because, man, people was coming out the East, man. Niggas was going to the league, so that was somewhere I wanted to be. Even though I was highly recruited by a lot of colleges, but when I got the opportunity to play in the Big East at West Virginia, man, I just tried to take full advantage of it the best way I could.
Why did you end up at a school like West Virginia that conventionally might be considered a football school?
Well, for me, like I said, I led Duke on scoring 2 years in a row. So coming out of my junior college, I'm still trying to fight to get these grades up to par to get to a Division I school. Right. So a lot of colleges, they call them recruiting, call them West Virginia. I had a D on my transcript. West Virginia accepted this D. I got tired of ripping and running, man, sitting out. Came home and sat out the whole year, not even playing basketball. Went to UDC. A lot of people don't even know that. Went to UDC for a semester just to get my GPA up for the Division I criteria.
Right.
So West Virginia called me and said, man, they're going to accept this D. I said, man, let's get it. It's in the Big East. It's primetime TV.
Yeah.
I might try to take advantage of the best situation I can. So West Virginia is my next move.
If you're going to play for some money and you got to go pick your five, who your five out here that you picking?
My era or before? Just my era?
Yeah. Who's your soldiers? Who you go to war with?
Me, Gary Johnson, Tutu, Kurt Smith, Lonnie Harrell, Victor Page. Let me start over because you said 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my core 5 that I rock with from us coming up.
Name the 5 and you be the 6. Go ahead,
okay.
Name the 5.
Gary Johnson, Pep Tyson, Victor Page, Mike Gill, and my defensive stopper, Black Mo. And I'm the 6th man.
No doubt. What happened to the Urban Coalition?
I think the guy was running. He might have passed. He was a little older guy, man. It just kind of like faded out. I really don't know what really happened to make it stop, because we tried to get other little indoor leagues trying to bring it back. The Suburban Coalition. We did a tournament like 2 or 3 years ago called the Legends Coalition. They had me out there playing, so it was basically like different schools instead of everybody just coming along as one. So I don't really know what happened, why it stopped. It hurt the city, but like Berry Farms came and picked the city right back up. So that's one of to me, the best summer league in the land outside. So Berry Farms kind of like came and piggybacked off the.
What's that? The Goodman.
The Goodman, yeah. Piggybacked off the Urban Coalition and kept the city jumping, man.
Right. When people mention basketball in DC, I know it might be a generational thing. Why don't Adrian Dantley get mentioned?
Because people can't mention what they didn't see. So if you this day and time, I guess people want to see what you've done. They're not gonna take the time to read stats and Google stuff like that. But he's definitely somebody, like even me, I never really seen Adrian Danley playing, but listening to my OGs through the hoop fraternity, I gotta say he's one of the best. Like him, JoJo Hunter. There's a lot of people.
Two-time NBA scoring champion.
Yeah, but the generation's different, man.
Right.
These kids, if they don't see it themselves, they don't believe it. Like parents come up to their kids, like the kids I train right now, they say, man, that guy training you right there, or that guy right there, he was the best. They look at me like, man, they don't believe it.
Yeah.
So it's just a generational thing, I think, man.
You ever have a kid that you trained and that you had to show him, this shit hot right here?
All the time. I try to show all my kids them kill moves, man, to make it easier for them. So,
so they do wanting to see it.
Yeah, so I do more ball handling training, really.
Yeah.
I do everything, within the training aspect, but I do more kill switch, ball handling training, combo moves, man. If somebody cut this off, what you gonna do next type thing.
Yeah.
So that's what the parents sent them to me for.
You ever meet Allen Iverson?
Not personally. I saw him, I think we had a counter like he on one side of the club, popping bottles, me and my men on the other side,
Right.
One of those type of things.
Oh, okay.
But matter of fact, we had an AAU game, like you said, we never met each other. We had a AAU game in Virginia. And he scored he got us real bad. And when our assistant coach, she was a female.
Yeah.
She kept saying, man, y'all better be careful, man. Y'all good, but they got this guy there named Allen Iverson, man. He come to the gym with some big ass shorts on, chain, entourage behind him, man. He did it to me, man. So me not beating him, I never met him, but
Right.
that's the only time I really played against
Right.
him. I got my number too, but I
That's
think
a hell of an introduction.
we got the win, but I think he had the most numbers though.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
Dang. So who, when you was in the Big East, who was still there? Who was somebody that was high profile that was a killer in the East?
Sham God, Richard Hamilton, Khalid Alameen, Felipe Lopez. It was thick, man. Vontigo Cummings from Pitt.
Yeah.
Man, Big East was hot. It was hot that my year.
What was it like playing against Sham God?
It was good, man. Like the last interview I watched with Sham, they were saying Sham can't shoot. Sham can't shoot. I knew Sham could shoot a little bit. That's not one of his strengths.
Right.
But man, it was just good, man, playing against a prolific point guard like that, man, with all the hype he had coming up.
Yeah.
So just being on the same stage with Sham, man, it was good. It was a good experience for me.
Was you do you get charged up for these matchups?
Of course, because like you said, it's different. You playing ESPN. We're not on the street or just playing free ball, so you gotta tighten up a little bit, but it's you still get charged up because the caliber of person that you playing against and the hype that they're having. They might get a chance to go to the league, or you might get a chance to go to the league. So definitely try to bring my A game.
How do you get into an encounter with Penny Hardaway? Let's get. I need all of the details of that.
Oh well, the Penny Hardaway situation. Like I said, I was a young guy playing at the Urban Coalition, and Dennis Scott, he came like the week before. I'm talking about he scorched the gym. I'm talking about the whole gym. Every time he shot the ball, ooh, every time. I'm talking about he had like 15 threes,
Right.
hands down. But I caught him with a couple of switches, threw my little stuff at him, man. He said, young fella, I got somebody for you. He's coming next week. Man, God forbid, man. Penny Hardaway, Shaq, man. I'm talking about the whole entourage came in the gym. So the move I did on Dennis Scott wasn't the move I had for Penny.
Right.
Even though I killed Dennis Scott with a move, he said he got somebody for me.
Yeah.
So next week, man, Penny came, man. Like I said, I was young, came off the bench, man. I got my turn. They lined up, man. The whole gym stood up. Threw the kitchen sink at him, man. throw him out the building.
Yeah.
Throw him to the cheap seats. But next play down, this man got the same ISO. Went right around my little ass, man. Put his whole body in the rim. I'm talking about dunked it out, big man, something trouble.
We should keep it real,
Man,
yeah.
dunked it out, big man, something trouble. So that was a good thing for me to play against Penny at a young age, and do numbers while he was Penny.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that sticks to my career. Like people will never forget like what I did to Penny Hardaway at the Urban Coalition.
What was it like playing at Rucker Park?
It was good for me too, man. Like I said, the entertainment of it. Like I said, for me, I like to do it for the people, man. So for me to go up there and just, man, let my game just hang,
Yeah.
And the crowd, the love they showed me there, walking to the red carpet, and the celebrities in the thing, man, at the games, it was a good summer league.
Right. You mentioned having a relationship with Moochie Norris. I went out there to interview Steve Francis, and I miss Mooch by that this much. I hear a lot about.
Come on, Mooch, Gully TV, baby, you gotta get on here, man.
I hear a lot about Moochie's ball handling skills too. Was that the thing to do when y'all was coming up, man? Work on your handle.
Like I was saying, man. It was an in thing at that time. And Moochie, man, his crossover. A lot of people talk about mine.
Right.
He was a lefty with it. Can go both ways with it, man. That's why he was honored to be in the situation that he's in right now.
Yeah.
Because his ball handling skills was, man, off the chain, man. So big up to Moochie. He got the same thing that us DC guys got, but with left-handed with that thing.
Was there any specific drills that you used to perfect your handle? Like now, you look on in there, you see niggas dribbling the ball with trash bags. You see tennis balls, all kind of shit like that.
No, we didn't do that coming up, man. So we basically just, man, spent hours and hours on the basketball court just trying to perfect our craft. My craft was shooting and ball handling. So playing one-on-one, playing 33, playing knockout. Just going to bust your buddy all day, not dribbling through a lot of cones, like you said, the trash bags and all that.
Yeah.
We didn't do that coming up. Not knocking what people are doing now, because I don't train with cones.
Right.
I look at trainers, if you got to train with a cone, you can't really train.
Right.
So, man, to each his own. Everybody do their own way of how they do the ball handling thing, but that's enough we did coming up.
So you basically saying to enhance skills, open gym.
Man, open gym, timing, man, do what you do, perfect your craft. Man, you just gotta really do it over and over again till you get it right. So that's what I did to perfect my crossover. And confidence means a lot, though. You confident in what you're doing, you're gonna get it done.
Definitely. Did you have a relationship with John Thompson?
Yeah, me and Big John was, man, tough. So, like I said, I was recruited by Georgetown, and Big John used to always tell me, man, Greg, you ain't gonna make it. You keep all those guys around you. So he was like a father figure, man. Because
Right.
I had an entourage coming to every game. Like whenever I'm playing, there's 50 people behind me trying to bust in the gym with me, and I got another 100 already in the gym waiting. So
That's basically the neighborhood.
yeah, so
You about the hood with you.
so he was basically, trying to, as a father figure, telling me, man, to get to the next level, just, man, clean my act up, my surroundings, man. So he's very inspirational to me.
What's your relationship like with Victor Page? A lot of people that I interview, professional and street ball guys, they said Victor and Allen was probably one of the best backcourts ever in the Big East.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go before the Big East because me and Vic played AAU together and all that coming up. Bad man. I'm talking about, man, somebody you're going to take in the alley with you. Put your boots on, he's going with you.
Yeah.
So on that basketball court, man, Vic was definitely, man, one of the baddest guys I played with and against. Like I said, in the Big East, he was at Georgetown. So, man, big ups to my man Video. I talk to him all the time, 2 and 3 times a week. So, man, just keep your head up, Video.
Keep your head up, Video. I like that. That's his handle, Video.
Yeah, Video, yeah.
No doubt. What did you think about that last game in the bubble by LeBron? What was that, game 6?
6 years.
Yeah, that was game 6.
Man, people don't get LeBron as just due, man. LeBron,
They don't.
man, I don't know why. I'm saying, for me, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. I love the Mamba.
Right.
But you can't take away what LeBron is doing right now as far as getting people involved, scoring, man, just dictating the whole game. So LeBron James, man, bad man. People, I give his man his credit, man.
What do you think about the style of basketball that's being played now? A lot of things that go on in basketball now. 20 years ago, you got put on a bench for coming across court, just pulling.
Yeah.
A lot of the slick dribbling and shit. Coaches don't say nothing. As long as you knocking the basket down and shit. But
That's just black man athleticism, though.
yeah, the ingenuity.
They let the African Americans use their athleticism to bring entertainment to the game. and the white guys too. Not being racial on the racial side, but
Some bad white boys.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
there was one on the Heat, Duncan Robinson.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they let the game loosen up, man. It's pick and roll game. So you can come off pick and roll and do your thing. You can play in the league. Knock that open buckets.
Some of the things that's seen on TV, does it affect the kids that you train in? Do they
Of course
come in
they
there
do.
thinking that they can?
Of course they do, because they don't put the right amount of hours in to work on their craft.
Yeah.
So if you're not working on shooting fadeaways, and you can't go to Steph Curry land and shoot threes that
Right.
far if you're not working on it.
Right.
So
right.
if you're not dribbling the ball, practicing on your handles, and your timing for your around the back snatch, don't do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they definitely watching a lot on TV, and it's kind of like, I wouldn't say hurting the kids, but as coaches and trainers and parents, you got to tell your kid to stay in his own lane. If you're not working on that, don't do it.
Right. Who's your top ball handlers of all time? Shit. They don't just have to be here in DC. Just in totality, who handles the pill?
Man, I was a big Tim Hardaway fan. I was an Allen Iverson fan. Steve Francis fan. Baron Davis fan.
Diddy.
Out the league, my man Randy Gill, White Chocolate, Pat the Rock. I like the pharmacists. The pharmacists, the pharmacists had real good handles, man. The ball handler, man, it's always
pharmacist from the Bronx.
pharmacist, yeah. See, he was a street baller that you really couldn't really play with him. You couldn't play with him. He would really get you out of there. so it was some street ballers who, you know, had the little play stuff they do.
Yeah.
But he really had it though.
Yeah.
Like we was in St. Croix, the U.S. version that way. We went around the whole world, and I really watched this man really drop niggas for real though.
Yeah.
So I'm big up to the
And
farmers.
you wouldn't even expect it by the way he's shaped and
His shape,
built.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the farmers' handles, man.
Man, this shit right here gonna go crazy viral, man. DC been wanting this for a long, long time.
Yeah, but phone jumping now. We you alive now?
Yeah, man. They y'all definitely needed this. Y'all have this big reputation as ball handlers, and yeah, my following can't get enough of it, Greg. I really appreciate you coming through and sitting down with me, man. It's been great. Any parting words? Anything you want to say to the youth?
First of all, for me, I want to say to the youth is basically just, man, be a leader. Don't follow what a lot of stuff that's going on out here, because that's why a lot of kids getting caught up to me. The videos and just following. Just lead, man. Lead by example. Lead when you lead, everybody else will follow you. So, man, it follows on the basketball aspect. Keep working on your game. Find out what you do best and do that. Happy birthday, my man.
No doubt. I want to see if you can handle the pill, man. I'm gonna have to come out to one of these training facilities.
Man, come on out, man. I still got it, man. I know I still got it, man.
Appreciate you, G.
My man.
Yeah.